Hi everyone, I'm just coming to you live to show you a quick little video of a card that I've been enjoying putting together. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope this live video goes okay. So what I'm making today, I'm going to be using the Free as a Bird stamp set, which was from the previous catalogue, but it is in this catalogue. It is on page 85 of the current catalogue. So you can find it there to buy. In Australia it's $38. And the other thing I'm going to be using today is the In Good Taste DSP, the designer series paper. This is a really big pack of paper. It comes in a pack of 24 sheets, I believe. And it's got all different textures. It's a 12 by 12 pack. The paper has got stacked bricks, it's got like a tiled pattern, it's got all sorts of different patterns on it. So it's a really nice, sorry about the glare there, it's a really nice pack of paper. Just trying to get that light a little bit better for you. What do I have to do? Okay, so the card I'm going to show you, it's I guess it's a fancy fold, but it's really not that fancy. 2 seconds. Shutting the door so that my kids don't come in. Okay, so I'll bring you down. So basically you start with a normal size card base. I'm using A4 paper, so mine is a half sheet of A4 paper. And all we're going to do is cut off the front half panel. So if you're working in metric sizes, you want to cut off about 7.4 centimeters. It's basically half of that front panel. If you're working in inches, and so your card base is 5.5 by 4.25, I think they are, you'd be cutting off about 2 3/4 of a piece of your card front. And so essentially your fancy fold ends up a fold like this. So you have the front panel on there, you have some DSP. So the DSP I've picked is this piece of Petal Pink DSP. It goes on the front like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to colour with blends an image that I've pre-stamped. I've pre-stamped it to let the memento dry properly so that I can use the blends on it. And I'm just going to very quickly, colour it in and show you how I colour. So I might just bring you down just a little bit, if I can. Golly, that lighting's bad today. Okay, so to start with, I'm just going to colour the branch. I always use the dark blend first when I'm colouring. Hopefully my head doesn't get in the way here. I'm not the world's greatest colourer at all, but I add a bit of the dark and then I blend through the light. I'm using crumb cake here. How is everyone? In WA, we are gearing up for the school holidays. My youngest, who's only in kindergarten, he finished school on Tuesday. My oldest is in school now, and I'll be picking him up this afternoon, and then we've got 2 weeks holiday, which should be fun. I'm just going to see if there's any comments coming through. Not sure if I'll be able to get them. Right, so for the leaves, I'm going to use Old Olive for them. So I'll use the, again, I'll just use the dark first. I just lay a bit down. As I said, I'm not really a pro colourer, but I think it turns out okay. I always use the fine end, not the brush end as well. Sometimes I use the brush end if it's a particularly big area that I'm colouring, but most of the time I'm just doing little bits at a time, so I just use the fine end. It's a bit exciting at the moment for Stampin' Up demonstrators because they've just opened up the pre-order for the August to December mini catalogue, which is what we used to call the holiday catalogue. So it's got all the Christmas products in there, as well as some Halloween. There is some Thanksgiving as well. That's the leaves. I did my order the other day. I haven't seen it ship yet. I did it really early on. That's one advantage of being in Western Australia with the 2-hour time difference. We don't have to stay up very late to get our pre-order in quickly, but I guess to make up for that, it tends to take forever for our products to get here. Okay, so for the birds, I'm going to be using 3 different colours. So I've got the light Flirty Flamingo, I've got the light Petal Pink, and I thought I had the dark Petal Pink. Yes, dark Petal Pink. So again, I start with the darker of the colours. So in this case, it is the Flirty Flamingo. And I'm just going around the outside. A lot of our stamps that we can colour, it kind of, the markings on the stamp, see these black lines, they kind of give you already the idea of where should be highlighted. So I'm just going to go draw in some of that colour. I use circles, other people use some people they flick it. I tend to use circles. And then I use the very lightest to bring it all together. And that's all there is to it for the birds. I'll just quickly do the other ones. So if you were doing this card with an image that didn't need to be coloured, you can see it goes together really quickly. So if you had something where you were either die cutting straight from DSP, or you were stamping something that you also had like a stamp to colour in with, like a solid colour that went over the top. In some of our 2-step stamps we've got that. So if you were doing that, this card would go together really, really fast. Even with my colouring, it's really not taking that long at all. Right, so there's my little birds coloured. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that or not, but that's them done. So I'll bring in the rest of my pieces. I'm going to be using our new Stampin' Seal. So this Stampin' Seal replaced the snail adhesive. There's also a Stampin' Seal Plus, which replaces the fast fuse. So I'm just doing paper on paper, so I'm just going to use the plain Stampin' Seal. It's really easy to apply. That's that. The Stampin' Seal Plus is more for your 3D kind of items where you need a really firm adhesive, one that's going to hold very strong. Right, that's that. And then all you do is add this onto the front. So just pay attention, you don't want to put adhesive on the whole thing, you just want to put adhesive on this first part. Right, try and get it straight. And that's it, that's the card finished. So the only other thing I do is, that wasn't very straight, was it? That's better. Depending, you could, this is pretty light coloured card, so you could just write on this as you would a normal card. But if it was a darker colour base, you'd want to put a piece of white on the inside. And what I like to do, so that you don't lose the look and feel of the card, I basically cut a white piece that's the same size. So I'll just quickly do that now. So we want it to be 10.5 centimetres by 7.4. And then I'm going to use the liquid glue for this. Right, because what you need to do to line it up, so you've got the glue side facing up, line that up on the back of your card, and then press it down. And then you've got your piece in there. Now you could actually put an embellishment over this side as well. I don't really have anything, I'm just saying, sorry about my arm, but you could put like a little bird or something, which would look quite, that actually looks quite nice. But you could add something pre-cut out there to put in there, but otherwise that is your card done. Quick, easy, really fancy, well, not really a fancy fold, but I call it a fancy fold. I made some other ones earlier that I'll just share with you. These are all made using the Playful Pets suite. So the same thing, I stamped a heap of dogs and I just coloured them in different colours. And I've also used, in addition to the Playful Pets stamp set, I've also used the, oh, I can't think of what it's called, Happy Tales, which was in last year's catalogue. So I've kept that one because I love it, and I think it works really well with this particular suite of products as well. So thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed these cards. I hope I'm going to be able to bring you a few more live videos as I get it together and get a bit of confidence doing them. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon. See you later.